What's up, guys? Deadly here, and today I'm bringing you some free-for-all on Fallen with the Golden Barrett 50 cal. But that's not really what I'm going to talk about. What I really want to talk about, and something that I thought off just at the top of my head, was that I've never really talked about how I got into Call of Duty, how I even got into commentating, and what made me want to start, pretty much, whether it be gaming or YouTube. And so I decided, you know what should I talk about over this gameplay? And that's exactly what I want to talk. That's exactly what I want to talk about. Is how I started, what got me into Call of Duty, when I started playing, and basically go from there. So I think when I started playing Call of Duty, it was definitely 8th grade. It was the summer of 8th grade, actually, because I think when I was in 8th grade, Modern Warfare 2 had just come out. Modern Warfare 2 had just come out, and everybody was talking about it. Everybody was like, oh my god, Modern Warfare 2 is so cool. And at the moment, I didn't even want an Xbox. I didn't own an Xbox. I didn't own any Call of Duty. I didn't know anything about Call of Duty. I didn't know anything about Xbox. And at the time, I think I liked going outside a lot more, skateboarding and all that, than I did playing video games. And it's so weird, because normally it's the other way around. I would think that people start playing video games and then they start going out more. But for me, it was the opposite. I literally went from going outside all the time to playing video games. And now I'm not saying I do that all the time. I mean, I literally only play at night and on the weekends, and that's basically it. And that's kind of another reason why I can't upload every day, because I don't play every day. But anyway, back to the story. And everyone was talking about Modern Warfare 2, and they're like, oh my god, it's so cool, kill streaks, oh my god, I just got the nuke. And at the time, I was like, what's a nuke? I mean, like, my friends would walk up to me and like talk to me like I knew what they were talking about, and I had no idea. So I got a friend who played Call of Duty, but he didn't take it seriously. He was kind of more messing around. And what me and him would do was mess around, and like I would act like I was really good at Call of Duty, even though I had no idea like what it was. And of course I did this as a joke. I didn't act like I knew how to play Call of Duty because I wanted to be part of the group. I just did it as a joke. I mean, I thought it was hilarious that so many people liked this game and that everybody was talking about it. And I didn't exactly think that they were nerds, as you would say, like people who play video games, like a lot of people call them nerds. I didn't exactly think that way, but I did find it kind of funny that so many people could like one game. So yeah, I would joke around with them and like pretend to like know what they were talking about, and then they would ask me, oh yeah, well, what kill streaks do you use? And I would make up the most ridiculous things, like oh man, I can't think any off the top of my head. But I remember this one time I told them I got a nuke, because that's what everybody was talking about, nukes and boosting or whatever. And Cage Match, which I found out what it was when I got Call of Duty 4, which is pretty much a 1v1, and like how people would boost on that to get nukes. But I didn't know what boosting was. I didn't even know. I mean, I knew it was cheating, and so I would whenever somebody got that, I would tell them that that's what they did, that they boosted it. But I didn't know what that was. But anyway, this one time I forgot who I told. It was one of my friends, and he knew I didn't play Call of Duty, but I like to joke around with him anyway. And he would be like, and I told him I got a nuke, and he's like, oh yeah, well, what kill streaks did you use? I'm like, oh, I just used Harrier, Chopper Gunner, Nuke. And at the time, I knew that setup because the friend that would help me joke around with people, he would tell me everything, like, alright, just tell me use this and this and this. And that's basically what I did. And then he's like, alright, and then so he's like, but if you had Hardline, how many kills would it have taken? Now, I only knew kill streaks and guns. I had no idea what Hardline was. I had no idea what the perk was. And I found it so funny. So I'm like, oh man, how am I getting out of this one? And he's like, I'm like, I'm like, dude, you know. He's like, no, tell me. He's like, tell me how many kills would it take if you had hardline on. And I'm like, it would probably take 26. and like as soon as I said it, I'm like, oh my god, I just messed up the joke, because I knew that a normal nuke was 25 kills in a row, and I'm not sure why hardline would make it one more, but at the time I wasn't thinking, and that's what I ended up saying. And then he's like, no, dude, it takes one less. It's 24, and then. Like I said, he obviously knew I didn't play Call of Duty, but I had him going for just that second. And, and that's pretty much, like, how I actually even heard about Call of Duty, really. And then, that summer ended, and, I believe I was playing Battlefield 2 at the time. Now, I was still not much of an Xbox person. I did have my Xbox, and it still wasn't my thing really, and I didn't really like Battlefield 2. Like, it was my first first-person shooter, and I didn't really like it. It was way too slow-paced, and I find that funny because at the time, I didn't play first-person shooters, so I don't know how I instinctively knew, okay, this is way too slow. I need something faster. But that's what ended up happening. Then that summer, I think I went over to my cousin's house, and they had Modern Warfare 2. So I'm like, alright, let's see what all this hype is about. And I began playing, and the first thing that they taught me was quickscoping. That hadn't just started, because it started in COD 4, but that was like the big thing. Quickscoping and nukes and boosting. And I don't know where that guy came from. Sorry, I just kind of went back to the gameplay. Oh my god. Sorry guys, I'm not going to be able to finish this story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully you guys come back for the second part of this story on the second gameplay. Peace.